So, when last we saw our intrepid heroes, they had given necessary medical aid as Medicine Sans Galaxia or something like that. I can't remember what you were calling yourselves, but it was in effect, Medicine Sans Galaxia,
Yep.
to the House Gordon people who were living in the dangerous jungle, having clambered up the wall. You had checked out the island and discovered it was pretty much a constantly renewing larval flow.
Yep.
You crossed the ocean, you got to the docking point, you met your friend and mine. Hold on, I'll just, remind us all. I wouldn't
That
want to.
guy.
That guy. This guy who was super friendly.
Oh,
And
with a
what?
death leech.
Yeah, I've actually named it Death Lynch after, but I think that name could get old. Like,
Well, yeah, it's going to become very
There's a
plenty
few of them.
yeah, it's like, is that a Death Leech 4 or a Death Leech 5? Ah, fuck,
Yeah.
I've forgotten what numbering system we're using again.
Well, it's got 4 giant thingies.
Yeah, and tentacled
Yeah,
legs.
but definitely 517 has little flanges on the thingies.
Mm.
Yeah, you have to get real close to make sure.
That's right.
Like, is this a 517 or is this a 51?
Definitely a
That's
517.
not 51.
Has anyone seen 517?
That's right.
And you climbed up
Yes.
the spiral sort of
100 meters thingy.
thing up to the top of the tree where you encountered. What was his name? What name did I give him? It was something, a name like
Roger.
Jeff or something.
Yeah.
It was something like that, yeah.
Mm.
Anyway, maybe it was Guy. Actually, I feel like it was Guy. I'm going with Guy.
Guy number 1.
Guy number 1. Guy number 2. Guy number 3. They're all relevant
Guy.
people. So you made it to the top of the thing. You talked to him. You rendered medical aid. So Polonia rendered medical aid to someone who'd been given a bad fungal infection. So you pulled it out of the fire. Probably the most important and most relevant thing is, they have reached their quota of goods.
And there's coming, that's right.
And and they've raised the signal to be retrieved, and a new crew will be replacing them because the facility is never left unattended. And they have a Holtzman shield protecting the entire facility. But it doesn't work against lots of slow-moving things, and there's so many forms of death on the planet. So you wanted them to, you wanted to meet natives. Was one thing.
Wanted to is a little strong. I mean, we're expecting to and planning to, but we don't really
want to.
No.
Well, I mean,
I'm curious.
As long as they trade with us.
Guy.
They all turn around.
How do we... Has anyone ever read Terry Pratchett?
Yeah, just a lot.
The Igors.
Yes.
No, I'm Igor from up the road, master.
Sorry. And the female Igor that moves in to help the police do forensic medicine.
Igorina's, man. Igorina's the best.
Yeah. She's cutting edge.
Yep. Anyway, sorry.
No, you're good. So
I told you go.
So, yeah. Now, one thing I will point out is you currently have your shuttle, I think. Did you fly across? You flew across, didn't you?
Yeah, we flew across on the Ornithopter.
Okay, yeah. So you did leave the Ornithopter down at the docking point.
I have been thinking about that. Like, we need to hide it in some way.
Well, they're going to land there soon, right? They're coming.
Yes, exactly. So we want to be out of sight.
Yeah, so I talk to Guy and say, hey, we want to set up better relationships with the natives so it makes your jobs easier. How do we meet them?
Well, they come to us when they have
stuff.
When they have stuff to sell. Like, we don't go into the forest because We just stay on. Effectively, we live on this platform, and we go down the tree and we get on the thing, and then we leave. That's
Is that really living?
All right. Well, we should
well,
leave then. We should leave,
well,
peeps.
he looks at
We
you
need
and
to get
says,
down. Yeah.
"Going into the jungle isn't living." So it's the very antithesis of it.
Yeah, we need to definitely get back down quickly and get that ornithopter out of the way.
Yeah.
Okay, so you clamber down the tree trunk, the spiral sort of big vine thing that was growing around the tree trunk, and go out onto the docking point. Once again, just reminding you, there's heaps of those death leech things, as you called them, sort of spread all the way across the shoreline, going around the corner, so they seem to live there, in amongst the sort of brackish water between the salt water flowing in under the jungle and whatever comes out of the jungle.
It's just the
Lovely.
fucking
Hmm.
worst.
Oh. Just as I'm leaving,
Yep.
what do you guys give the natives? What's their jam? Like, i.e., what are they paying for the stuff?
Yeah. So they generally trade, like stainless steel.
Cool.
Interesting.
Okay.
So sharpened weapon, like sharp axes, tools, those sorts of things. It seems to be the only thing the natives are interested in. So they've actually tried money. That didn't work. Um,
Strange.
they've tried medicines, but the natives don't seem interested in the medicines that you guys
Why
have.
would they need them?
Yeah, I don't think
Got
they
their
need
own pharmacy.
antifungal
Yeah.
creams or
Yeah.
anything.
So basically the thing that they find most attractive, and that they're willing to trade for, are basically sharpened metal objects made of stainless steel so they don't rust.
Sweet. All right, we leave.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you clamber down the tree, jump onto the dock. What do you want to do? So what's the plan with the ornithopter, and what's the plan with what you do next? Possibly in that order.
Okay, so I'm thinking that we just kind of move the ornithopter far enough down the coast that it's not going to be immediately visible.
Can we
Yeah.
From
camouflage
It's-
it? at all?
and kind of camouflage it in some way if we can, perhaps.
Well, there's lots of, like, you can, get
And
branches.
retrievable as well.
But yeah, exactly. There's lots of things we can get out of the forest if we were to go into the forest, which I
Yeah,
think is contraindicated by everything I've read about this. The tourist brochure in my pocket.
Is
yeah,
there-
yeah.
And if we leave it close enough to the forest will probably claim it.
Yes.
I think we should
Yeah.
return to our drop pod. To be honest, do we really want to meet the second group of people?
We don't, but I mean, if it's which house was it again? Was it
House Gordon.
House Gordon.
Gordon.
So we're kind of neutralish negative with them, but not really bad, right?
Bad.
Like
That's
Yeah, yeah.
correct. Yeah.
So I mean, if we could.
But remember,
no.
we've given a subspace, for whatever it's called, communicator to the guys who we've sort of group that we've saved,
Hmm,
right? So we've
Mm.
good
moved them.
point, actually.
They've moved them up the dial. So the idea is to use them when they're back at the base for us to do an insertion with our insertion team, right?
Yeah, we
yeah,
don't
that's
need
true.
to. We don't
Right?
need
Yeah,
to.
okay.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
So
yeah, we don't
the
need
only
to
thing we
mess
need to
with
do on
this
this
guy.
planet is to make a direct contact with the natives. And I'm thinking the natives are gonna know their shit. So we could just leave some stainless steel stuff near where our landing point is, and sort of
they'll discover it.
they'll discover it, and then they might come back, and when we come back down, thought.
Okay. I
Or
like
they'll
this
go,
idea.
"Oh, this House Gordon folk have given us more stainless steel. That's nice of them."
Hmm.
They don't know we exist at this
Yeah,
point.
that's a good point.
Yeah. All right.
But
But I think that is a good idea to like go and like find another drop point to like interact with the natives. That would-
yeah,
which might be just further down the coast from where
So
House Gordon is going. But
So-
anyway, I think going back to base is another perfectly good idea.
So
Alright.
who was when you first landed on the planet? A couple of you noted actually one of the natives in
I
the
think
trees.
it was me and our
And-
Prussian
Yeah,
friend.
no,
I
you're
can't
right.
remember his last
Swordmaster
name.
Funk.
Mr. Funk.
Swordmaster Funk.
Yeah,
that's
Swordmaster
right.
Funk.
Myself and Swordmaster Funk did notice
Okay.
the native
Well,
standing in the tree, so we
do you-
could go to that point.
Well, that's what I was going to suggest. Do you want to make
Yeah.
I guess it's an observation roll,
Yeah.
or you can make a survival roll. Your choice.
I have 0 survival, so it's going to be observation.
Good call.
1 success.
Okay, that's enough. So you know roughly where that native was when you came down. You arrowed over the jungle, having dodged the gas bagged thing, and then you went down the side of the jungle proper, hit the water, and sped along the water until you came to the island. So you do have a record of where that was. So you can
Yep.
try and go back to that point and see if you can make contact in some fashion.
Okay. So let's go back to the
I've
drop pod, collect up any kind of like etched blades, like an axe and some swords and whatever that we have, and then we'll go to that point and I don't know, wave them in the sunshine and try and catch the light or something,
Not a bad idea.
and signal and wait and see what happens.
Okay. So when you say wait, are you going to wait in the ornithopter? Are you going to wait on the ornithopter? Are you going to go so where are you waiting?
The
I'd say
ornithopter.
like on the ornithopter, but maybe standing out on top of it to like wave things in the light, try to
Yep.
catch the light and see if that great. But like kind of far enough off the coast that we're out
That
of
we
immediate firing danger, hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully nothing just jumps out of a tree and kills you. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm hoping.
Yeah, okay, nice. I like it. Okay, so you bring the ornithopter in, land it on the water. It'll float. That's fine. It's not,
Standard issue.
sort
Yeah.
of too stressed about that. Do you guys want to make a... I reckon it's going to be a culture roll, actually. I'm going to
gonna
make it
say
a
that.
culture roll to try
got
and
this.
work out what you do to get someone to come.
All right.
Oh, sweet. That's not bad. I got a lot of rolls. Oh my god, and not a single fucking success.
Ah,
I can't believe you actually said that out loud.
People tell me that I have this power, but
I have
just
2
because it
successes,
happens
bitches.
doesn't mean that I have the power.
I got 2 successes as well.
We have all
Excellent.
the
I got one.
success.
Good, good. That's all that matters.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, you've got so much culture, but I think it's like bacillus.
I like yogurt. What's the problem?
Yeah, it's no, no, I'm used to using these abilities in the High Court of, the
Yeah,
Imperial
that's right.
the Imperial houses. I'm less
That's
good
fungal, yeah.
at, beating a drum in the corner of a jungle. It's not
Good
my
point.
it's not my natural setting, he said. Okay, so basically you probably work out, look, sound is probably the one thing that's going to travel. It might attract some other things as well, but
Might have now.
but you're on the water, so
Walk without rhythm.
that's
Yeah.
right. Walk without rhythm, perfect. Nice reference. So you set up the ornithopter, because the ornithopter can actually make noise. It's got the fluttering wings, so you can actually set it up to
Oh,
make
yeah.
a sort of repeating.
Oh, you're about to
thrumming
say it's
sound.
got one of those horns.
No.
No.
Hi, we're the
No.
obnoxious neighbours.
Yeah, you're those people.
I'm staying in the ornithopter and I am monitoring the satellite network.
It's
Okay.
a good
Alright.
idea. I am also staying in the ornithopter, and I am avoiding the fungal monstrosities.
Okay.
I'm standing outside with my sword.
With your
Cool.
sword.
We're getting bored. Use the sword.
Okay.
I don't actually have the
Can I
sword.
get a
It's a shame.
technology roll from someone to get the ornithopter to make the sort of sound that you want it to make?
I'm playing with the ornithopter wings, it seems.
Wow, that's a lot of dice. Oh, you didn't clear them.
Yeah,
Uh,
no, I don't have
I would
technology.
be rolling 4 dice.
Oh,
Oh,
clear.
okay. Now
I
remember,
can do it, but
one person and then the other people help. Make a choice.
who's
So I've got
who's
6
the most-
dice.
All right, I can help you, and you roll.
So that
Okay,
adds a
so-
dice for each assistance. But you
Can I
must,
assist as well?
if you've got
Have you got
technology
tech?
skill, you
I
can,
do.
because it's an
Oh, hold
advanced
on.
skill.
I do not have. I have technology 0. I
Yeah,
just have 4.
yeah.
I just have the wit, so I can't help.
Right.
Sorry.
No. So
Sorry.
in
So
advanced skills,
Timov
you can
can
only
help.
No, no.
assist if you have it.
No, it
Yep.
literally says that, but I
Yeah.
had scrolled away.
All right. So 1 extra dice from Timov.
Yep.
Do it. 2
Yes.
6s.
Perfect.
Nice.
You've got the wings beating at a particular harmony that makes a sort of thrumming sound that traverses through
Without
the
flipping the
jungle,
ornithopter.
without flipping the ornithopter. So you're standing. So all right. So now I'm going to ask. So where is everyone while they're doing this?
I'm inside the ornithopter, strapped in a chair in case it flips.
Ooga chugga,
I'm
ooga
standing
chugga.
on top of it, of course.
Of
The
course.
2 security guards are lying low, but
Oh
but
yeah, those guys.
protecting Africa.
Okay. So they're
And-
on top of the ornithopter as well. Then
Yep,
it's the only
yeah.
place, unless you want them to go into the water.
No,
Right,
they'll be
just
on top of the
checking.
ornithopter, but
Okay.
probably like crouched down so that she's the predominant person on top.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm
We-
wearing a particularly fluttery scarf. Just
You
you
got
know,
to do
to
the
complete
fad
the
dance
image.
like in Star Trek.
I've
Oh,
like my
God.
scarf is streaming out. I've got my sword. I might be prepared and have my shield already up.
That's beautiful. I love everything about that. So you're all there. You're on the ornithopter. You're waving around. We'll assume Swordmaster Funk is, for whatever reason. Actually, we'll probably assume he's on the ornithopter because it seems pretty unlikely he's
Yeah.
not. And I can get his character sheet up so I can see it. At least I don't think I can roll it. Actually, can I roll it? Oh, I can roll it. Okay. Yeah, there you go. I can roll his character. That's fascinating.
Not
Okay.
as much as you think.
So he's there with you now. The thrumming noise has to go on for some time because you're waiting for someone, a native, to find you.
Yeah.
Can I get observation rolls at no modifier for the people on the ship? So on the outside, so that's
On the top.
you, Africa, and
Mhm.
obviously Swordmaster Funk.
Swordmaster
Anyone who's
Funk.
in the ornithopter takes a -2 dice penalty to their observation rolls.
Well,
I got
I
2 successes, so I'm good.
Okay, that's pretty
I have-
good.
Let's have a look. I minus. Oh shit!
How
of
do
course,
I
didn't do that.
minus again?
Yeah.
Just bring them
click.
all up and roll all of them individually -2. So
Mm.
We get a
Oh,
minus
sorry. Is it a
2?
-2 to the roll or a
Uh,
-2 dice?
No, it's -2 dice, and the
I
way
was
you
going to say,
remove.
otherwise I can't succeed.
Yeah, the other way you roll, so
Oh,
it's
you can just
-2
click them.
dice.
Yeah.
You just click the little dice icon underneath
Yeah,
the big
until it adds it
circle,
up.
and it
Okay, I'll do
takes
that.
it away. And
So
Thank you.
6. So I will go 1, 2,
right.
3.
Oh,
4.
okay.
Oh shit!
cool.
That's even better. Yeah.
Well, I got 1 success.
Good. I got no success. I'm too
I got
busy
no
watching,
successes.
reading the satellite output.
Berenice is
I'm
all
too
over it.
busy covering
Africa
my
is
yeah,
mouth.
on it.
and Funk got 1 success. So
Nice.
it's probably settling towards sort of late, well, what goes for late afternoon. You suddenly see arrowing out of the trees towards you, and with 2 successes, you see them sort of at a fair range, so you can make preparation. Oh no, hold on, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do this.
Oh, balls.
Okay, so basically you see
Oh, what are
these
those things?
4-winged, sort of 2-tailed leech thing racing towards you. It's about person-sized. It's not like it's big, but it's not ridiculous big. And it seems to be heading in your general direction at a great rate of knots.
Hmm.
Well,
Okay, I'm going to call out to let everyone know we've got incoming death dragonfly leeches.
God, I
Um,
hate those things.
and I'm going to pull out. What is my ranged weapon? I don't know what that is.
Do you have
My
one?
accelerator pistol.
You do have one.
Oh, yes.
These things are not.
so the two
Cool.
guards basically
I
hit
have a
their
lasgun.
shields and pull out their accelerator rifles.
Yep. So they've got. So is their speciality range combat or melee combat?
I think I made them range from memory.
Yeah, it actually sounds right. I'm pretty sure you're right. So I have. We won't do it right now, but I have done the
Yeah.
whole. I've actually created the character sheets for the troop play stuff, so you could make them up as staff. So
Yep.
if you, so I have a staff sheet. Do you want me to give it to you?
Yeah, that'd be good.
I can give to player, and I will give it to Mr. Happy. Confirm. So you should have that now. So we're using the same approach that Project Cassandra and Lady Blackbird use. So what I was going to say is you edit it. It
There is.
starts with 3 points in the key stat. So that'll be 3 points in agility, obviously.
Yep.
And it gets 2 points in its best skill. Note skills, play start, select a skill 3 based on expertise. So your best skill is 3. So they'll
Okay.
get 6 dice in effect, plus an accelerator rifle, which I would imagine is a +1 bonus weapon, but I will actually check. Combat. So, yep, there's weapons.
This
There's
is not great.
hand-to-hand weapons. Oh, you guys are all over these creatures. Come on. They haven't proven to be.
Well, yeah, we'll be all over their face and like getting in their eyes and like.
Yeah,
their
exactly.
cracks
Yeah.
and their-
It looks like one of them is going to eject things on us, which concerns me greatly.
It's gonna take like a day for all of us to get off them once
Yeah.
they finish eating us all.
Okay, so it is -1 for an accelerator rifle.
So just
Yeah.
extra dice, right? That's all we're rolling. And then it
Yeah,
does
so it's
base
7.
damage.
It's 7 dice because you get a bonus of 1 dice for the weapon, and they
Okay.
do 3 points of damage. They crit very readily too, by the way. They're very deadly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so you
They're
see them.
extreme range as well.
You can go first, though, Africa.
Yay. All right. So I think I just do this. And just go roll.
Oh,
Whoa, 2 successes.
Okay, so that's definitely going to be a hit. It's moving at you at speed, but you've definitely hit it. What sort of damage are we talking when you hit it?
Oh, okay.
So-
Damage is 2, and I crit on a 1.
Okay, do you want to roll
So-
crit?
Yeah, I sure do. Now, how do I do that on this?
So the easiest way to do it is just clear your dice pool and then click 2d6s from the top panel,
Oh, yeah.
and then just roll them, and we'll just count them in, sort of standard. So 16.
Yeah.
So you wing it, but don't cause it a lot of damage. It's basically sort of leechy bodied, so minor injuries don't slow it down. very
Bruise the
much.
lower leg. Yeah.
Yeah. So it flaps towards you with even greater gusto.
Damn it.
Now, the next person who saw them coming is actually Swordmaster Funk, who does have a ranged weapon because he's got his gun shields.
gun shields.
Gun shield.
So he will do that, and he rolls Trez's stupid number of dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 dice.
And misses.
Misses. You are correct. He missed.
You know, it's a really good anime series, Gun Shield Funk.
It's actually a dance anime.
That's right. It's a dance anime. So yes, he When you make it, yep, no, he's going to burn a darkness point. I think we can assume that. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and just he gets 1. Okay, well he hits, so that's 2 points I think for the gun. Yep. Okay, but he can't crit. Okay, so he shoots it at a distance and hits it. The creature then draws close. Now, I will roll.
When do my 2 guys actually get a shot?
After it has an attack.
Okay.
Yeah, 1. Oh, hold on. No, that was silly. I can roll one of these. I can actually roll one of these. Okay, 1 and 2. It's the 2 guy. It's the accelerator rifle guys. Actually, no. Hold on. D6. 1 and 2. It's Africa. 3, 4. It's Swordmaster Funk,
I1.
because they're
Oh,
both
yeah.
standing up. And
Yep.
then 5 and 6. It's either of the 2 guys because they're laying down.
Yep. Just crouched.
Yep. And it's a 5, so it's Mr. I've got a shield on. So the creature leaps upon, sort of arrows down upon him and drops its whole body on top of his shield. It doesn't, it just sort of, so it stops on the shield and then it just sort of drops through, right? Because it's actually its weight that's carrying it, not
Yep.
anything else. And he's laying down. He can try and shoot his rifle. It'll be at -3 because he's in hand-to-hand range with a long weapon. Or he can draw a dagger and sort of try and stab it with a dagger.
Well, I have a sword as well. So
Sorry,
Grandmaster
sword.
Funk's
Yep.
been training him in sword. So, yeah, he will draw a sword and hit it.
Okay. All right. So roll. It'll be assumedly 5 dice that he gets.
Yeah, I'm going to put 2 in that.
Well, you have to put 2 because it's all you can put.
Yeah.
So 2, and he'll be using. What stat? What's his strength actually? Hold on. What's his strength?
Oh, yeah. So I could do. I'm going to make that actually 2 as well.
Yep. So then if
Do-
you. And then
Well, actually, I'm going to make. Yeah, I'll make it actually a 2, and then their wits are going to be a 3.
Okay.
You want guards to be actually able to spot things. And,
Yep.
Yeah, dumb guards, no good.
Dumb guard's no good.
all
Famous
right, let's try
famous
it
words.
again.
And he's got a Durasword, doesn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, so he gets a bonus dice for that.
Cool. So that's 5 dice.
Yep. So he tries to
All right.
stab it.
All right. Let's take him out.
Interface. Maybe
Oh,
one of the swords.
no. Ah!
Jesus.
Now, it will so he goes to stab it. It falls through the shield on top of him.
Yeah.
And it then launches its attack at him. Which luckily is not a. Oh, hold on, that's the wrong monster. So many monsters, so little
So
time.
So little time.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's what it does. Yep. So the creature. So first of all, the creature entangles him with its rear whipping tail.
Tail.
Oh, hold on. I've got 1 dice too many there. Let me try that again. And 3 6.
Oh,
Okay, so he's now sort of wrapped in its tail, which is sort of gripped around him and is fully sort of wrapped, and then it applies 2 points of damage directly to him. And he
Yes.
doesn't get his
Suffering and
shield.
suffering.
He doesn't get his shield because
No.
it's not on the outside of the shield. It's on the inside of the shield. So it's got him in its tail and it's wrapped him up and it's now sort of attempting to lift off the thing with him attached to it. Now it's not actually strong enough to carry him, but
Good. That means it's not strong enough to destroy the ornithopter.
Yeah,
This is my primary concern.
but it is definitely trying very hard. The second guard, does he want to have a shot?
Yeah, I think he probably does. All right, come on, save your buddy. You can do it.
I can patch them up. I've got all my equipment.
Oh, crit hit.
Oh wow, yeah. Okay, 3. Wow. Ooh, yes,
That's
that is a
great.
crit. Okay, so perfect shot, which is good because he's also wrapped up in it, so he's now a bit of a shared target. But I'll give you the benefit of the crit.
So we
So
have actually it's 3 points plus 1, so it's 4 points of damage plus a crit.
yeah, so go for damage. Go for crit.
Go
Sorry.
for Yep. On 66 would be nice. 22. Ooh.
What does that do?
Broken fingers.
Okay, all right. Well, what he does
Drop
then?
skilled item.
Yes, that's what I was looking for. Okay, cool. So he shoots it and it spasms, and its tentacles sort of unfurl, dropping the guy back onto the ornithopter. Um, he's not too badly injured.
Yeah.
However, the creature does flop to the does flop. So it's still writhing around, but it's obviously badly damaged.
Yeah.
So it's lying.
Okay.
It's on the top of the ornithopter, and it's sort of flapping around,
Oh God.
and making a sort of screeching noise.
Oh great.
Kick it,
Call
kick
us
it into the
friends.
water, man. Kick it into the
Yeah,
water.
someone
Kick it
kick
into
it.
the water.
I'm,
That's
I'm
right.
looking around. I'm wondering if it's attracting like scavengers to its dying body.
Oh,
Right?
yes.
That's why I want it in the water. ASAP.
I hear you.
Take
So,
it out of its natural environment.
so do you
I'm
want
like
to kick it?
plastered up against the thing, looking down at the water.
Did you want to kick it into the water?
Oh,
Well, he's
I'm
not
inside.
out here to
Oh,
do
that's
I'm
right.
not-
You're
that, so he
inside. Yeah, yeah.
can't.
All right, but it is actually your go again, Africa, because everyone's moved. So
Yeah,
it's back
so
to you.
I'm gonna pull out my kinjal and stab it, slice it, dice it, whatever I do with that.
Okay. So go for that. Yep. Yep.
2 successes.
Okay, so you can basically chop it apart. It's
Yeah.
pretty much dead, and well, it's not able to move very readily. So you stab it repeatedly, and eventually it stops moving slash screaming, slash anything. Its body is really tough. So it's sort of got this fibrous musculature. Like it's not
Mhm.
like a musculature you've seen before. It's like these sort of long strands and fibers. Like the whole body is comprised of fibrous materials. So it's actually very hard to sort of kill. You can probably examine it actually.
Yeah, I'd like to do that after we get rid of the other one.
Put it in a jar.
Oh, this is the only one. There was only
Oh,
one.
I thought there were 2.
Oh,
Sorry.
me
too.
Okay,
No.
cool.
No,
Huh.
no. It had 2
Right.
tails.
Oh, 2 tails. All right.
yeah,
No, I
yeah.
misunderstood that then.
So
Okay, no, I think I'm like, maybe this could make some quite good protective clothing if we could study
Synthesize
it.
it.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. Put it in
however,
a bag.
you can
Yeah.
you can see there's movement under the water around the ornithopter now, though.
All right, so I'm gonna like chop off one of the tails and
Yeah.
chuck it as far away from the ornithopter as I can.
Okay, make a force roll for me.
Or get Swordmaster Funk to do it.
Oh yeah, probably better force than me. I don't know. What is my force? I've got.
Yep.
Yeah. Oops. No. Clear that. I've only got 4 force.
Okay.
What has he got more than that?
He's got no force, so he's got 4 force as well.
Okay.
All right. Well, I might as well roll it in. Roll 1.
Amazing.
I got 1 success. I've been rolling really
Nice.
good tonight.
That's amazing. Yeah, I haven't seen that many successes ever combined in every roll I've ever made.
Okay.
Considering the night that I flew the.
Yeah.
We don't talk
yeah.
about that. We don't talk about that,
shit.
We'll
When
call
you
it
were
the
literally the
descent.
worst pilot.
Yeah, the descent. Yes.
I'm really good at this. And I can't roll any
No, I'm a
successes.
professional. I'm really good at it. So you can see that so you hurl the tail away, and as the tail sort of hits the water, and remember how I've mentioned that the water's quite green, it's quite dense with living matter. So it doesn't sort of sink straight away, it sort of floats on this sort of scummy surface. So the tail is sort of laying there on the scummy surface, and you just see this sort of large leech-like creature, but this one has like a broader jaw sort of thing, just sort of rise up and rise over the sort of the tentacle, and then the tentacle and it just disappear back into the water, and you
Oh,
see the
yeah.
back form of the leech sort of going in.
I love we're not
Errors, land of the
biologists.
leeches.
Yeah,
Love it.
we're not biologists or planetologists or anything, but we all knew there was a thing right there. We just knew it.
So we can stop that guy from being there anymore. We loved him, but he's gone. He'll be back. What do you
Yeah, I
want to
was
call
very
him, by
worried.
the way? I'm just checking. Do you want to call him Death Leech too? Like, I'm just asking for a
I
friend.
feel like it'll be hard. Like some taxonomy is required. Right?
Yeah.
I think it might be serpent leech of death.
For what it's worth, I
Much
called
better.
it Flying Death Leech in the original version.
Oh, so yeah, flying death leech. Yeah,
Maybe the next one could be called Swimming Death Leech and
yeah.
Aero sucker.
Eros.
Yeah.
All right. So I say to the guard that did the amazing shot, "You're my lieutenant until you die, or I get somebody better."
And then he goes, "Oh,
The other
thank you."
dude, just go for a swim.
Yeah, I was
now-
watching Starship Troopers recently.
Yeah.
Um,
It's so good.
so you guys, so you've chucked the leech leg tail thing into the thing. Now, at this point, I will, you hear a voice sort of slightly above you and obviously in the trees. There's a very tall,
Phew.
incredibly tall, like
Very green.
very green, very tall human figure. They're about, give or take, almost 2 meters high. So, and by the way, this planet is not a low gravity planet, just to be clear. So, but they are quite tall, and they're standing on a branch looking out at you. But they're not right at the edge. Like, it's hard to explain. They're not exposed. They're
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
sort of in the jungle just slightly, like they're a couple of feet in.
So I'm like knocking on the roof of the ornithopter, yelling at Africa, like present your your
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do the fan dance.
To the fantastic. I'm gonna clean off my sword,
Right.
Charles, and tossing my scarf over my shoulder, going pick up a selection of our knives and things, and just kind of like say and hold them out.
Now,
But wait, there's more.
this is a perfect
Slap chop. Pull out the slap chop.
it's right on the dot at 9 o'clock. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pause for a second. I'm just going to make sure that Alex has gone to bed because
Yeah, we need to do that.
so
Well, I'll
I'll
make us
just
try to
and
I'll
it's a
get
good
another cup of tea.
it's a good moment for just a very short pause. So I'll just go quickly
Yeah.
and do that.
Okay.
I'll be back. in a
Slap
sec.
chop and shake weight.
Welcome, Swordmaster Funk.
Hello,
Um,
hello.
Hello. Let me just show you what you just
Ugh.
fought. You're doing the breathing into the mic thing again, man.
Well, the problem is if I don't put the mic very close to my face, it doesn't pick up very well. But if I put it really close to my face, you also breathe into it a lot. So
And if he doesn't breathe, then that's a bad.
then I also pass
I'll
out.
just-
So
I'll
it's a bit of
just-
a lose.
Yeah, okay. But one of these is better for the team. Well, what you could
I
do
see
is
what you're
flick one of you
That
could
is-
Partial flick.
you could flick the mic up when you're not talking. That's what I do. Except
Yeah.
except now. So anyway, so this is what you fought.
Wow, it's quite terrifying.
You
Yeah, it's awful. It was awful.
yeah.
There was fortunately only one of them. I was confused because there's two
Yeah, I
in the
thought there
picture,
was-
and
oh,
I was
no.
like, I thought there were two, but fortunately there's only one.
There was only
What?
one.
And we
on
sliced
scene.
and diced
And
it.
I was in the ornithopter, so the
Yeah.
refraction of the glass made it look like there were two.
But you did find out also that Holtzman shields don't work against things that just lay on you and then fall through them.
This is fair. Yes.
Mm.
Makes some sense. Yes.
So that was also useful. Anyway, you've just sighted a native, and you are currently desperately attempting to get there. Well, they've called out to you actually, in interest. Oh yes, there he is.
Could we understand what they said?
Oh, that's a good question.
How do we do that?
Yes.
Yeah,
Culture, right?
yeah, they just
I've learned enough of the language to call out to those stupid whiteys who seem to come in and die a lot.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the ones.
No, you just have to say it loudly and slowly. They'll be able to understand you.
Maybe they're doing that to us. Hey, you guys,
Yeah, yeah.
bad,
Yes.
make noise.
So
All right. Oh yeah.
Oh,
so
shit.
definitely we can stop. We can stop making the noise
so
on the
they're
with the
pretty
wings
much
now.
they're
That is
pretty
Yeah.
tall.
yeah, they're very tall. They're over
Right.
they're at least 2 meters tall.
Mhm.
Why can't I
And
see it? Oh yeah.
they are green and covered in painting or tattoos or something. At this
Right.
distance, that's all you can tell. They yell out to you, and yes, you can understand them, albeit they're somewhat poor English. Um, so, yeah, the person's going, "Good kill."
All
Take
right.
the
So I'm
credit.
gonna hold up my sword and say thank you.
But at least they're friendly-ish.
Leech. And then I'll call back. Do you like our blades?
Hmm. Now it's a bit hard to talk to them, so you're sort of yelling. They're
Yeah.
at least they're at least 15 meters away in height, so they're 15 meters above you.
Yeah.
They're not in the low end of the jungle, amongst the trees at the
Yeah, yeah.
base.
No, they're too
Um,
smart for that.
so they're sort of up there. Um, uh, uh, Come up, and they point down the tree that they're standing on, which is one of these great sort of pylon barrier trees,
Yeah.
with the big curving giant sort of thing going up the side, which seems quite common amongst these trees.
So we could actually climb up.
Yeah, you would have to bring the ornithopter much closer to the tree,
Yeah. Yeah.
or you could just wade across to it.
Right.
I saw
Wait,
what was in there.
Through,
No
through the
thanks.
water? No, no thanks.
No.
I'm
But
I'm
Does
wounded.
who else has anybody else got pilot skill?
Yes,
Oh.
I do.
Me too.
Okay, so could you kind of like, I might get back in the ornithopter, and then I will pilot this boat, the ornithopter, kind of like just like drift across the water
Yeah.
to the tree, and then those of us who want to get out and go up the tree to talk to this person do that, and then take the ornithopter back out again.
Okay. So
What do you think? Is that safer than leaving it at the bottom of the tree?
Yeah, I think having someone that's capable of flying it in and out to rescue us is not a terrible
I
idea.
feel like that's
Yeah.
legit. Yeah.
Yeah, that seems
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay. So you
So
so
I'm not keen to climb up trees. I'll tell you this now.
No,
Not
no,
with
it
my
didn't go
two
well for me
force.
last time.
Okay, well, I'm quite happy to go up there.
I'm not a.
And I've
I
got the
wouldn't be a
culture as
horrible
well.
tree climber.
Yeah.
And I think Timov should come with us.
All right, fine. Sounds good.
Yeah, come along, Timov. You'll do great.
Come on, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
So who's going up? So
Me
Africa?
and
Africa?
Funk. Sodomaster Funk.
all right.
And maybe the
Alright.
guy who actually. Oh no, we want the guy who.
Take my lieutenant.
Well, no, we want him kind of like still on top of the ornithopter, probably when you guys go back to like sight us and provide range cover if needed.
So we go in.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
like these trees, right?
Yeah.
Just get in my head, right? Can we not fly the ornithopter up and then just sort of jump
Oh
across?
yeah, we probably could.
land on a bow.
That is completely within your power.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
do that.
Because we could kind of go and hover
Mm,
near a tree.
How about we
Okay.
have some good piloting, Africa, and you're parking on
Okay.
a large bow.
Oh yeah, that's a good
Okay,
idea.
we'll see if I can do that.
And
Pilot.
we can assist and spot for you.
All right. So, are you going to assist me, Ceres, in piloting?
Yep. So you get a
Yeah.
dice.
All right. I'll add a d6. Okay. Here we go. Roll. Are you freaking kidding me?
Push.
Just what we needed.
Of course I'm gonna push, but what the hell?
It's like I know I'm a trained. I know I'm our best pilot, but give me a sword, give me a gun, give me culture. I'm awesome.
Hell.
But when it comes to actually being the pilot, yeah, no kind of shit. Okay. Good to know. All right, do it again. And this. Oh,
There we go.
Yeah,
3
that's much
successes.
better.
yes. All right. So you
It was a
land.
rocky takeoff, but a good landing.
You land the and I think I've had two. Yeah, that sounds right. You land the ornithopter on a very large bough, so very broad, wide branch coming off one of these pylon trees.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're parked there. The you're about probably 30 to 40 meters above the water level.
Yeah.
The native sort of clambers through the trees quite quickly to where you are. As noted, they're very tall, and they are green, or at least green
Yeah.
hued.
Yeah.
They're not
Mhm.
not like bright green, but they've got a green
Yeah,
tinge
yeah.
to their skin. As they get closer, you realize they're being accompanied, or at least you can see one of these as well.
What?
And it seems to be sort of moving alongside her
So like a pet.
of some description. Yeah, it's huge. This thing
Don't
is
shoot it.
this thing is at least 2.5 to 3 meters long. Like it's
Wow.
What the?
Okay,
that's
right,
not a
yeah.
fucking pet. That's a horse. Hi ho, Sluggy.
It's another kind of
Oh,
leech, but
I
I don't
think-
know if it's a death leech.
I will just point out I think we've just lost Jess.
This
Oh,
is a
no.
riding leech.
It's a riding leech. Yeah.
So
I'm a low-term leech boy.
This art is very cool, though. Thomas, where are you getting it from? Is it
Just
out of the
online.
Dune book?
no,
Oh, okay.
just no, no.
Internet.
I'm inventing all of this on the fly. None of this is in the Dune book. Yeah, no, it's all well, it's all loosely based on Midworld by
Yeah,
Alan
yeah.
Dean.
Alrighty.
Hey, you're back.
About that, yeah, I clicked on the picture and it just suddenly threw me out of roll and
Said,
onto Pinterest. I'm like, what the hell just
Ah,
happened
okay.
here?
An embedded link.
It's an embedded link. Okay, that's
Hey,
interesting. I
you're
didn't
lucky you
realize
didn't
that.
get Rickrolled, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rickroll.
Sorry.
Wow. Okay, this I did not
Rickroll.
know. That's good to know. Don't click on the thing.
Yeah.
Just saying. So yeah, there's a 3 meter long green, vivid green leech, with the native. Can I
I'm
get?
guessing it's friendly.
Well, it's possibly
Would
friendly.
you like a sugar
Friendly to
cube?
her. Friendly to the
Really?
native.
Yeah,
not
that's
us.
right.
All right, we'll go back to the native now.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
like, that's very beautiful, and point at the leech thing. She's got,
What's its
what
name?
he's got. Yeah.
It is not beautiful. Its name is Rolf.
Rolf. Oh,
Rolf. Yeah.
okay.
And it is not beautiful.
Okay.
Okay, not beautiful.
No, beautiful things are useless.
You like things that are useful then?
Functional.
What other purpose would a thing have?
Oh. Yeah, I
Nice
see your
to look at.
point.
Who
We're not
are
here to convert them. Let's just
No,
fucking sell them
no,
fucking shit.
like, fine.
Hey,
Wardrobe.
We've
Why
heard
are you
that,
here?
We've heard
Hmm.
that the people of this planet like knives, blades,
Stainless steel.
out of stainless steel.
Ah,
We have some to make a gift to your people.
the steel that does not turn grey and dusty.
Yeah,
Yes,
Correct.
that's
that's
right.
the one. That's the stuff.
Ah, yes, this is valuable.
Hmm.
Don't tell Gordon
tribes-
we were
The
here.
tribes who live closer to the off-worlders often talk of this stuff.
Would you like to see one?
Because just to be clear, you're probably over 100 kilometers away from
Yeah.
the platform that you were visiting before. Like, you're not
Yeah.
close. Well,
Yeah.
you're close planetary, but not close
True.
locally, if that
Yeah,
makes
yeah.
sense.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sure. The so you have this this thing.
Yes, of course. I'm just going to pull out a small knife and show it to her. And then I'll hand it over Hilt first. Be like, be careful, it's sharp. It can cut.
Oh. Now she has this long stick in her hands. It's probably slightly shorter than her, but only marginally. And it's clearly maybe a staff or something. Maybe it's a spear. It's not completely clear.
I can't see here. I'm in the ornithopter.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
who's not in the ornithopter?
I'm
Timov
not
is
in
not in
front.
the ornithopter. Africa's not in the ornithopter. What about you, Urkhan?
Monkey, surely.
Urkild?
I'm pretty sure I was coming up the tree with everyone. Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, you're actually
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the tree. You didn't go up it. You just
that's
flew
right.
up.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
So
right. We landed.
yeah, I think I
and
came on the tree with everyone.
yeah, so myself, Timov, and Funk are
Okay.
out of the tree. Out of the
Um,
ornithopter in the tree.
So what brings you here?
Well,
Honesty.
honestly, we would like to make a trading post separate from the trading post the other off-worlders have. And we are wondering if we could set up a trading post here.
On the planet.
A trading post here for what purpose?
Well, we would like some flowers and other plants from the jungle, and we are willing to trade stainless steel blades for these flowers and plants. If you collect them for us and bring them out to us, and we have a trading post here, we give you the blades, you give us the flowers.
Okay.
Seems-
So we
Yep.
collect flowers for you.
Hold on. Can we just be a little bit more
Specific flowers.
specific here?
I can't
Right.
remember what the name of the specific flower is. Help me out here, Tim.
We'll have
Right
a-
now, they're giving us the look going.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got a picture of
Weird
the thing. I'm
space
plastering
hippos.
it on the inside of the ornithopter. window.
So do
I'll
we
find
clear-
out the specific one.
This is your picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what we want.
This is what we
Yeah.
want.
This flower.
Do their eyes go wide with fear?
No.
Is there any like? No.
Okay, good.
Okay. No.
We will not.
Oh, that's an encouraging start to a sentence.
We will not collect these things for you. But we may find these things every now and then, and should we find them, we are happy to give them to you if they have no other purpose.
Okay.
Seems reasonable.
So just to be clear, so if you come across them, you will collect them, but you won't explicitly go out and on that as the target.
Well, should they have no other purpose?
So if you're not going to use them yourself.
Right. Gotcha. Sorry. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's cool. That's fine.
I think that's fair.
Seems reasonable.
Yes, we will bring these blue flowers that you want here when it is appropriate. How will you be here?
We
We are intending to make a place for ourselves to stay when we visit the planet. That's on an island further out in the ocean. There is no jungle on it, so it's safer for us to stay there. And
I'm overhearing this, and I just kind of wander out.
I'm still inside. Not going
so we
anywhere.
won't be
This is the
here.
place
You'll
to.
have to send
We
us
will.
a
We will
message.
collect here.
But
We
we'll
will leave a little button that you can press
Do we? Okay, as long as we have that.
that will signal us. It will tell us that you are here, and we will come and collect them.
But why would I? But what if? Hold on. Are you? How long will you be long if I press this button?
No, not long. Not long at all.
The eyeliner.
Dude,
What
you're a
do you
salesman,
determine
aren't you?
time in this place?
Fine.
I'm
Legit.
just,
relative,
yeah, that's
no.
fine. We'll be there immediately. Just sign here.
So, because we won't stand. We will not wait for you. It is dangerous to wait in the jungle.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, that's legit.
How about
Is there somewhere else that we could meet you that would be better?
I'm still inside the thing. Why don't we ask them to put it in a box so we can swap the contents of the box? Not
A
leaving
better
this fucking
place.
thing.
We're not. There's no better place. There's no worse place, but there's no better place.
this is an appropriate place?
This is an appropriate place. Well, we can also, you can just signal us to let us know that there is some of the flowers to collect, and then leave, and we will come and collect them, and then we will leave some of our stainless
Yep.
steel blades for you. That
Thank you.
could be another choice.
Hmm.
But you would
Perhaps-
have to trust us.
Oh, even better, we'll give you the first lot as goodwill.
Yes,
But
absolutely.
don't call it Al.
So you will give us these weapons, and then when we come back with the flowers,
We'll
you
give you more
will
weapons.
you will leave more weapons, and we will collect those weapons.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Yes.
So we'll put
Yes.
a thing here with a box. You put them there, but obviously we're effectively giving you goodwill in advance.
Yeah. So we are choosing to trust you to show that we are trustworthy people.
Oh, this makes sense. Of course, we are trustworthy people. People who
Good.
are not trustworthy die.
That's how
As
we
they
do
Yes.
that.
all, yes, they do. A lot of the time.
Yes, those who cannot be trusted die because the jungle takes them.
That's nice.
Metaphorically speaking, I suppose that's true for us as well.
I'm
She
not
looks
sure
at-
they understand metaphor.
She looks at askance at the word metaphorically.
Like what?
Now, one of you, oh yes, that's right, Timov. So Timov, can you make a hold on, let me go to the right character sheet. It'll help.
So I have culture, command, discipline, metallurgy, insight, science, and tech in the advanced skills.
Yeah, I think it's going to be insight.
Roll.
Yep.
One success.
Okay, so one thing you notice, quite, it takes you a little while because it's kind of odd. She keeps on glancing at the leech when she's making decisions.
Interesting.
Mm. Okay.
The leech is the brains of the operation.
I guess it is.
Well, my guess is that it's kind of like their partner. Um, I will say to them, uh, forgive our ignorance, but I would like to offer my apologies for not acknowledging your partner uh, or your companion,
And you point at Rolf.
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 Yeah.
Beautiful.
We are new to this planet, and obviously we have much to learn from you. But I wanted to be just to recognise that we had only been talking to yourself, and obviously Rolf is just as important.
Okay, so
This could backfire.
when you say
Yeah, it could.
it could, however, when you say that, she gives you the first smile that you've seen in the whole time you've been talking to them. So they've been very sort of, dead-faced through the whole conversation. And she goes, Rolf thanks you for your recognition.
This is where we discover that Rolf is actually the only sentient being, and that's a meat puppet.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
The entire planet is a hive mind for Rolf,
Yeah,
specifically.
Right.
exactly right.
The other thing that I would obviously like to offer you is that while blades are important, is there anything else that you would like fabricated out of the non-tarnishing metal?
Oh. Uh, hmm.
Digging, cutting,
Can you?
Spoons, sporks.
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 Everyone
Have
loves a
sporks.
everyone loves a
Titanium
spork.
sporks.
It's got a knife. It's got pointy things. It's got a spoon. It's everything. Um. Oh, actually, uh, can you? And she sort of holds out the what looked like a staff.
Mm.
I don't know. Would it make any difference? There are many
Well,
tools. Actually, hold on. No, she.
Can I
It's a
show her my
Mandalorian spear, man.
staff?
We can make a fucking Beskar
Seriously,
spear.
can I show her my staff?
Oh yeah.
Dude,
Well,
you just met her.
you
Dude.
don't know.
And she's got a giant slug next to
I
her.
don't.
I do have guns. If it comes to that, I'm just saying.
All these people flexing. Rough. Just chill, people. This is not just.
It's not the gym. You don't have to do it. You don't have to flash them out.
What's that creature over there?
What is the time?
All right. So you're showing her your staff, is it? You mean
Yeah.
the black staff?
The black staff.
Your
Okay.
rod.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, we're
Symbol
all
of my
proud.
authority, my stick. It's better than bacon.
Damn, that's a call.
All right. Wow.
Big
Better
call.
than bacon. I don't know if that's even possible. I'm not gonna lie. So you show her the star, your rod. It is actually a rod. That's the truth. Okay. She looks at it.
Oh, it's
Clank,
springy.
clank, clank.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh no, you misunderstand.
Yeah.
And she shows you the end of her
Is it a blow dart?
Yeah,
Blow pipe?
it's a blowpipe.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to see before.
Yeah.
But
Ah.
it's too far away.
So
Okay.
and she then pulls out
What about
this kind of
darts?
this is the thing. She then pulls out these thorns that are encased in a fruit, as far as you can tell. As she jams the fruit into the dart, and she punches another fruit onto the back of it,
Chemical reaction.
Okay.
and then points it out across the trees, and it fires out like a gunshot.
Right.
Oh,
So
impressive.
it's not she's not blowing in the pipe. It's
No.
Yeah.
It's
Some sort of
chemical.
combustion function.
Chemical
Yeah,
reaction.
from the-
yeah,
from the
between
fruit.
the two fruit.
2 fruits.
Hmm.
So you can have some lunch and you can shoot baddies in the head. Then you
Yeah,
can have some more lunch.
that's a
Yeah.
one
Just don't
motherfucking
have-
roll up right there.
Don't have too much
Yeah.
lunch at the same time because you get
Yeah.
indigestion.
So
then
do you have can you make one of these? And she's obviously holding the blowpipe.
Of course we can.
Oh,
Can we make a metal tube? We got you.
yes.
But it would
I can
need
make a metal pipe.
They would
but it
still
would
need to
need to
put their
be
own fruit
light.
in them.
It would need to be light.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be stainless steel, guys. We can produce. Sorry. It doesn't have to be
I'm
stainless
looking at
steel,
those.
guys.
I'm interested in those fruits. Mate, could you? Can you
Yes,
share
we could
some
make
of
it.
those fruits
Stay
with
on
us?
mission. Stay
Stay
on
on
mission.
Oh, sorry, so distracted.
Flowers.
You're like Milo
Team.
Minderbinder from
Off-worlders, we have found that off-worlders should not try and make use of the Jakari thorns.
That sounds like a good idea.
Sounds like
Probably
a
for the
brilliant
best.
idea.
Probably for the best.
We have las guns. We like. I tell you what, you can jam 2 fruits up a pipe. I'll do the las gun.
That's actually a gross insult in their culture. It's like, hey, why don't you just
Can I
jam
just
two
say that
fruits
with
up your
her
pipe?
tube, she probably hit the target she was aiming for quite effectively.
So
Yeah,
it's
but
a
that's
las
because we're incompetent, and she probably rolls more dice than us.
Yeah. Or she's got.
All
I'm
right.
just trying to imagine
So-
like making bullets from the 2 fruits, like,
It's
and
pretty cool.
that would be cool.
All right. So, do we have some sort of? I'm assuming we'll have some sort of a recording device, like a measuring device or something like that.
Yep.
Standard in our kit. So I take I get some measurements done. Unless there's someone better on technology than me, which is I've got technology 1.
Nope, I know technology. I got
I've got
science.
technology 1, but I'm very good at wits.
Actually,
Yeah.
I also have science 1. So
Okay.
Either way, between us, we will come up with measurements, etc.
Yeah.
Just tell me the amounts, and I'll just put it away in my head, if you like.
Oh yes, because you're a mentat who can remember everything.
Yeah, I have one job on this ship, you know.
Amongst my jobs are
I'm hoping this is really adding to your mental map of this planet.
Everything goes onto the mental map, onto that map of eras. Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
So,
I'm figuring we're going to
Nick's-
make a titanium blowpipe.
yep, possibly.
Maybe
Yes.
a carbon fiber.
yeah.
blowpipe,
If we find a really light metal,
Yeah.
that would make life really
we
good.
can make a carbon fiber blue pipe. She would love
that's
it.
right. And that won't rust.
Ooh, That's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
rusting either. Good call.
But would it
Neither does
be
titanium.
to
But anyway.
be the carbon fiber might get digested by the fungi on the planet? 'cause
That's
it's-
true.
So you're going to. Okay, so you take the measurements of the pipe, you give her the sword.
We
Which is-
take note of her markings on the pipe as well, by the
Okay.
way.
yeah,
and
so
the
we're going
position of
to
those
make
markings.
a gift of a selection of blades that
Yep.
we brought specifically to gift.
Okay.
And then we
So she
leave-
actually evidences no interest in the swords at all.
Yeah.
Well,
because I think like we brought like a selection of like knives of different sizes, like an axe if we had one, and a sword. Like
yeah.
No, but recognize she is not carrying any kind of bladed weapon.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is potentially a different tribe, and actually it is a different tribe, and
we
they
might
may
have different
be
needs.
different needs. So we
Yeah.
will manufacture.
She was much more interested in the tool question than
Yeah.
we got to. So
Yeah.
she's actually
Corkscrew for their bottles of wine, funky wine.
well, she's interested in like a spade-like object. So sort of broad-bladed, sort of trenching tool kind of story.
Allen keys. They'll need Allen.
Allen keys
Maybe.
to,
If they
to
have space IKEA, you never know.
Yes,
Spikea.
Tories.
Spikea.
Oh, hoary, yes.
Jesus.
Show off our gardening tools.
Amazing.
gardening tools. Very into gardening tools.
I'm guessing digging, cutting, all those sorts of things.
Yeah. Yeah, actually saws.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
cool.
So
Cool.
you know, for trimming back things.
If she wants an
Yeah.
ornamental goose cane, I could give her one as well.
An ornamental goose cane,
I have an ornamental goose cane.
of course, that you brought with you.
It is my own. I don't know why I have
So
it.
she doesn't evidence, yeah, so she's more interested in the tools than the bladed weapons. She'll take a knife. She's got no issue
Yeah.
with knives. Part of her limitation is if you have a look at her appearance, one thing you will notice very quickly is she's actually got nothing to really carry things. She
Ooh.
doesn't actually have a whole stack of, sort of slung
Yeah.
things for carrying stuff. So she can carry some things, but she doesn't carry large amounts. All right.
Yeah.
So you're going to. Okay. So the plan is, you give her some stuff. She takes some knives. Thinks they're very good. She will bring back blue flowers to this point, and then
Yes.
somehow she's going to summon you. But
Yeah.
how is that going to work?
Are we going to like try and attach a communicator of some kind to
We're gonna leave an
the
esky
tree?
with a communicator.
An esky with a communicator.
Yeah.
A metal storage container,
Yeah.
and
We can
and
bury it.
and a
Oh well, we can't bury it because there's like water underneath us.
No, in
But
a,
we
in
could
a tree.
like tie it to the tree, and then hopefully the metal box will protect the communicator from rotting, and
all right.
we'll show her how
Quiet.
it works to contact us.
Okay. She picks it up very quickly.
Yeah.
All right. So you basically get out sort of some sort of rope-like thing and tie it to the branch, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get some like webbing or something from the ornithopter.
And then you attach that to the tree, and they then make their way away. Like, they're not going to
Yeah.
stick around.
No.
They tell you they will come back, and if the communicator is here and the box is still here, they will use
Yeah.
it. And you
Yeah.
see them stalk off into the forest,
I like it.
in this very tall shape, accompanied by the giant leech that's traveling with them.
Awesome. I think we should get back in the ornithopter and leave as
I
fast
think
as we can.
A bloody great idea.
I think she's absolutely right when she's like, "Don't stop moving."
Yeah, we've achieved
stood here
more
too
than
long.
we hoped for. So we've got a trade establishment beginning. We've got a infiltration network beginning. It's all coming up. House Malari.
It's all coming
Oh,
up
yeah.
House Malari. So the ornithopter lifts off, and shoots up, pretty much straight up into the sky. You don't have to worry about the creatures so much on the way out, because they obviously can't follow you into the upper atmosphere. They're just not capable of doing so, because the air gets thinner and they get less capable of floating. So they have a maximum height. And yeah, you're in space and arrowing away back to your, back to your hidden base, which is somewhere in an asteroid field or something. I don't know where, but something like that. And yeah, you've successfully completed your initial landing on Ekas, and you have indeed made contact with House Gordon and
Nice.
the natives without dying. Although it was a near-run thing. So, particularly the initial arrival, which was actually the
God.
closest you came to dying.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So we're going to go to. So a couple of things. So first of all, let me pull up the. I actually have the rules I wrote for this. It's radical, but it's what I did. Is Docs going to give me the answer? It'll probably give me the answer. So give me a sec. I'm just going to open up the right one. Man, I've done a lot of Vesson recently. Wow. Dune homebrew rules. Yeah, there they are. Okay, sweet. Let's get those up. First of all, right. So you've sort of completed your first mission, which does give you significant success and adventure will acquire 2 DP. Yep.
Yes.
So you get 2 development points towards
Woohoo.
things. Now, I will be clear though, it costs a lot of DP to buy a strength point. So
Sure.
it'll cost you 15 DP to get something to 2.
Does it? Where do they go? They don't go in experience, do they?
No, just put them in the notes onto the house.
Yeah. Cool.
So it takes you a while to strengthen the house, but that's because you're doing things that require it.
That's fine.
Just a quick question: Is
Yeah.
that 2 total for the group or 2
Yeah,
each?
it's not an XP thing; it's a house thing.
Yeah,
so it's
sure.
Just
So
for the,
just-
it's
Okay,
just for
somebody
the
write
house.
that in.
Yeah.
Now, in addition to that, though, I don't have
Where
them
is
on
that
this.
house?
Let me have a look.
Has somebody got the house sheet? Because I can't see it.
Oh,
You have to
online.
it's
fiddle
in
with
the
it.
it's in the table. It's in the table view.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So you have to go to table, and then you'll be fine.
House
Um,
Malari.
And then I
Okay.
need, and I think it's in the Coriolis channel, if I remember correctly. I just have to find it again. Oh, there they are. Yep. Okay, so XP, people.
Woohoo!
I
You
love
also
it.
get XP.
Oh.
All right, I'm keeping it pretty simple. I'm going with my simpler set of questions, rather than the more complex ones that Coriolis comes with. So everyone gets an XP for turning up.
Yep.
Did you overcome a difficult challenge or help your crew achieve its goal? I'm going to give everyone a point for that.
Yep.
Did you learn something new? Yes, everyone learned something new. I reckon I'm going to give you all a point for extraordinary actions for fighting the monster on the way in.
That was insane. Yes.
Even
was
if
intense.
even if it was even if it was mostly because of Jess's bad piloting roles. Nothing personal, Jess, just true.
It's true though.
And look, I thought and I'm going to give you an XP for the original council session, which was really good, and worked exactly the way I was hoping it was going to work. So I was super happy with it. So that actually gives everyone 5 XP, which is enough for you all to sort of go up.
Do something.
Yeah, to do something.
Awesome.
Um,
Too easy.
Now, so you then go back and you're back in your base. Now, the house ruler, Jolan, or Lord Jolan, is very happy with your progress, but obviously is looking at you to decide what you're going to do next. So I think the plan was to try and infiltrate House Gordon
Yes.
directly,
Yeah.
so maybe get some spies into House Gordon.
Yep.
So what we will do
Good night, darling.
what we will do next session is we'll be using the troop play model.
Sweet. Yep.
So you will get
Some sacrificial lambs.
some highly
sorry.
skilled professional
That's what I meant.
types. The only question will be, will any of your major characters be going on the infiltration attempt?
We'll have to have a think
Nope.
about it. Is
Not
now, is
me.
it actually on the moon around the planet?
Yeah.
Where that would be happening? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. So they will have to sneak in and make contact with your recently airlifted buddies from House Gordon.
Yeah.
Nice. And basically start to, sort of set up listening posts or, other things. So that you can, or even potentially just, find out as much information as possible from House Gordon, and then maybe you want to also set up a diplomatic sort of meeting with House Gordon off the back of that. So the next
Seems
session,
reasonable.
the next session will be sort of infiltrating to gain information, and then maybe that then carries on to an actual, let's try and have a conversation with Gordon, because your ultimate goal was to try and peel Gordon away from
Yep.
Yeah.
Reefer.
House
Yeah.
Reefer. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Excellent. All right,
Nice
that's good.
guys.
Good session, guys.
So that's
Yeah.
that. I'll just stop the recording.